Okay, here we are back in Legend of Heroes, Trails to Zero, and we're going to try to wrap up the chapter of this video. So, Crossbell Police, report, returning to the Monster Quest, which should give us the promotion. I should have done this before fighting Walled, because the Brave emblem will give you a little bit extra strength. Don't really care to read her stuff because she's going to be saying that for the rest of the damn game. But to show you, gives you seal protection, strength plus 5. So instead of hitting for, what was it, 50, I might have hit him for 52. We were given Ian something or another as a card, and in order to find out more, let's go, you guessed it, to East Street. And you'll be saying, hey, his place is in West Street, what's going on? To that I say, let's go check in on the bracers, shall we? You. Mr. Michel? We came here like we were told. I've been waiting. You come obediently when you're called. It's a pretty cute side to you, huh? If I remember right, it was some kind of plan you prepared to measure our true strength, wasn't it? You remember well. You are. If it's alright with you, do you want to try taking a test? A test, you say? I'll randomly draw 10 questions from the test bank which we use to design the written exam for bracer trainees. If you answer all of them correctly, it tells me you guys are at least as knowledgeable as a bracer. On the other hand, if we can't answer them, then there won't be a place for us in Crossbill where the best of the bracers gather. Correct. What pressure? In other words, if we screw up, we'll be treated like idiots from here on out. I don't have the slightest interest in degrading you folks. The question's contents are something you can easily learn at the Governmental District Library. To put it simply, it's just a way to gauge if you can actually be helpful at Crossbell. So how about it? Are you people up for the challenge? Wow, if only we spent a little bit of time in the library actually reading books, you know. We'll give it a try then. Just what I wanted to hear. Hey now, you sure about this, Lloyd? Yeah, if there's a general culture test, if it's the general culture test, there were those at the police station too. More importantly, if I back out now, I feel like I'll be defeated somehow. I feel the same. Agreed. Now that you mention it, you've got it right. I like this attitude of yours. You look like you're the group leader. Why don't you answer these questions then? Sounds good. Nice gaze. It sends chills down my spine. Alright, let us begin immediately then. Michelle's challenge started. Bracer General Culture Test. First question, easy question to get you started. The event that brought forth the advancement of orbital technology to this continent is known as the Orbital Revolution. How many years ago did it happen? 50. You're correct. However, this kind of question is common sense. It's amazing how much the orbital technology has progressed in the last few decades. If you remember some of the stuff in the Zeiss Central Factory, you'll probably remember the 50 from Sky. When I was a child, I didn't think I would ever ride in something like a car. For now, I passed the first one. Let's continue. Question 2. Main reason behind the Orbital Revolution was because someone invented a prototype orbit device, Epstein. Creator's name, that's a no-brainer, isn't it? So, well, let's just move forward because I may be running out of time already. Epstein. Right answer. Initially, people were reluctant to use the Orban devices invented by Professor Epstein. However, as more people began to realize how convenient they are, Orbans quickly became an integral part of our daily lives. Epstein Foundation pushed hard for the research and adoption of Orban technology. It's pretty much common knowledge by now. The orbital staff I use for combat testing is also part of it. Tio is even an employee of the Epstein Foundation. Further reminder. That was close. If I answered the question incorrectly, I can't imagine the kind of lecture Tio would have bombarded me with afterwards. Question 3. We all know that quartz is the key component of any Orban device. Synthesized quartz, you need sepith. What form of sepith are we talking about here? I think they're talking about the fragments. You're correct. We can make quartzes by processing the septium that turned into fragments. Because monsters have the characteristics of being attracted to septium, they often eat sepith. To obtain sepith, defeating monsters is a quick and easy method. Common knowledge. Question 4. The Erebonian Empire to the west of Crossbell State is an important existence in the eyes of us living in Crossbell. The emblem that symbolizes the Erebonian Empire. You probably have an idea of what it is, right? Oh man, who here remembers Cold Steel? It's the freaking warhorse. It's the gold emblem on the red flag. Right answer. It's no secret that the pride of the Erebonian Empire lies in its unmatched military force. The golden warhorse illustrated on its crest symbolizes the nation's military prowess. A long time ago, a military division of the Empire known as the Eisenritter, the Iron Knights, which consisted of a large number of armored warhorses, roamed the battlefield. The golden warhorse emblem was based on them. Got this one down. Question 5, we're at the halfway point now. The use of Crossbell opposite of where the Empire sits is a nation called the Calvard Republic. To say the entire history of Crossbell is based on the long-term struggle between the Empire and the Republic is no exaggeration. Do you know the name of the firearms supplier known for its orbital guns and heavy weaponry in the Calvard Republic? Vern! This one's easy if you play Cold Steel. It's the only one there that would be kind of alien to you. The Republic's Vern Company and the Empire's Reinfurt Company are famed as two biggest makers of orbital guns. Truth is, these companies developed orbital cars and buses too. Their operations are larger than you might think. That was kind of confusing. Good thing I answered correctly. You may have passed the halfway point. You're doing pretty well. Good job, Leader. Keep this up and you can steamroll through the rest of them with no problem. To be honest, I'm surprised. You're amazing, Lloyd. It's because the questions were all in the basics. That's why I was able to answer them. Right or wrong, there are 5 questions left. Keep it up. Next questions are going to get tougher, so be prepared. Question 6. A long time ago, a catastrophe people later called the Great Collapse befell the Zemurian continent. This disaster led to the loss of civilization and the division of people into factions that waged war against one another for over 500 years. This period, known as the Dark Age, was eventually terminated by a group of individuals. This group, born during the Dark Ages, brought new order and justice to the Zemurian continent. Probably figured out the answer by now, or A, the dominions, I imagine, of the Septium Church. You're correct. Septian Church, founded 500 years ago based on the teachings of the goddess of the sky, and its disciples provided aid to those in need. The Church's influence was so powerful it led to the establishment of a new order even the aristocrats and nobles who ruled during the Dark Ages couldn't ignore. Today, the teachings of the goddess of the sky have rooted deeply in every man's heart across the Zemuria continent. Pretty well so far. Question 7. The headquarters of the Septian Church is located in a country called the Holy Nation of Arteria. The Holy Nation of Arteria is arranged like a state made of many ministries. Among them is one that specifically handles ceremony-related events. Do you happen to know the name of it? So, if they handle rituals, that would be ceremony, right? I'm not... This is not the obvious pitfall, I hope. Okay, it was the obvious one. Most priests working in churches and cathedrals located across the continent are employed under this ministry. There's a cathedral located by the northern exit of the city. Sometimes go there to offer my prayers. I did not see it when I was looking around. The northern side is City Hall. The priest there appears to be a member of the Ministry of Ceremony as well. So far, so good. Test is almost over. Question 8. Bracer Guild has branches all over the continent, so... Where's the headquarters? So where'd you start in Sky 2? I mentioned this in the video. It was Le Mans. Le Mans is where the inventor of the Bracer Guild, the Epstein Foundation headquarters, is located too. Bracer Guild headquarters sometimes issues direct orders when serious conflicts breaks out. Question 9. There's an infamous thief, B, who lives in the Erebonian Empire. He sends out riddle cards before he pawns the art pieces he stole and distributes mirror to the poor. He also wears a mysterious mask. Apparently he's worshipped as a hero by many. Do you know the name this thief goes by? So, B, short for LeBlanc. Correct, looks like you're fairly familiar with our nation's affairs. Phantom Thief B, not only is he famous in Ereboni, he is known across the continent as well. The things he steals vary greatly, ranging anywhere from paintings and museums to military vehicles. Rumor has it that some things in Laboral have recently been stolen by the Phantom Thief. Chances are, you could run into him in the near future. He's someone I heard rumors of, but I prefer avoiding him if possible. Question 10, we're at the end of the test now. In order to claim ownership of Crossbell, the Empire and the Republic have been at each other's throats for a long time. They waged war against one another numerous times and brought grief to many innocent civilians. The severity of the matter was brought to the the Queen of Liberl, Alicia II's attention, who proposed a treaty to resolve the conflict. It is a treaty signed by the 3 countries of Liberl, the Empire, and the Republic the year before last. The name of the treaty. As a Crossbell citizen, this question is a no-brainer, right? It's a non-aggression pact. Like, that's the only thing here that makes sense. This should be common knowledge. The treaty is intended for resolving any conflicts between the 3 nations via negotiation as opposed to war. Prior to signing the treaty, the entire Crossbell state was under extreme panic and anxiety. I won't go into details about the time. There were many recurring military drills conducted by the armored divisions from both nations. A single step in the wrong direction would have led to endless tragedy. In order to prevent a full-scale war from breaking out, Queen Alicia proposed this treaty. We should really be grateful to Liberl. Good, I answered correctly. That's all, the test is over. Good work. It's finally over. Well then, let's take a look at your score. Do we have to? A perfect score. Your knowledge level is on the same level of Abrasers. Looks like you do have some potential then. Thank you very much. Hard to believe he'd praise me properly. Man, I can finally take a breather now. Lloyd is able to answer all these questions outside his specialization too. I think I should ask him to help filling in some missing info in the database. Stop flattering me, guys. Alrighty, here's a little reward for your brilliant work. Action 1. Are you sure about this? To be honest, I didn't think you'd do so well. Think of it as my way of apologizing for my ignorant attitude. It's yours now, take it. Thanks a lot. This wraps up my challenge to you. You guys work hard so you don't pull our legs, alright? Let's work hard together. So I actually did need one of those to replace the one I took from here. Okay, so we need to go to the lawyer, who's actually on the west side of town. I hope I'm not supposed to feed the cat again, because I really don't want to. I'm hoping it's once per chapter. Oops. The Grimwood Law Office. This does look like the place. I've seen the lawyer here many times. Didn't think he was that upstanding a person. He's a lawyer, he is not an upstanding person. Get your facts straight, Lloyd. You're a detective, for crying out loud. Well then, Mr. Grimwood, I look forward to working with you in the future. I look forward to working with you from now on. That's fine, but won't your division be able to manage for a while longer? I'm talking about the feelings of the citizens. Citizenry popularity contests are not my job. You guys are... What? I see. So you guys are the mutts Mr. Sergei started to care for, huh? That badge. You're also from the Crossbell Police. I'm not worth worrying about. Somehow it seems you've come to consult with lawyer Ian. Take care not to waste his valuable time. Unlike worthless people like you, he is a busy man. What? What did you just say? Way to wait for him to leave first, Lloyd. Somehow he seems like a detective from headquarters. He seems overbearing. However, that Four Eyes seemed quite capable, you know. A huge weapon was hanging from his left armpit. Really? That was a good observation. I sensed it with my sensors also. A large military-use handgun or something like that. You're probably right. Wow. You two are amazing. Every once in a while, anyway. More importantly, is it really okay not to consult with that lawyer? Yeah. Though I'm sorry to do it when he's busy, we'll have to go greet him. Did you forget something? I'm sorry. Welcome to Grimwood Law Office. How can I help you today? Don't worry, ask away. You folks look pretty young. Do you have questions on loans? Or perhaps you're looking for partners to start a business together? Don't be shy, ask me anything. No, He's one energetic old man, alright. So he's Mr. Beardy Bear. So the rumors are true. Oh my. Now that I take a closer look at you, I think I've seen you somewhere before. You're one of the kids who live in this neighborhood, right? You remember me. Yes, I used to live in one of the complexes about 3 years ago. Please allow me to properly introduce myself. My name is Lloyd Bannings. That's why you look so familiar. Bannings? You're Guy Bannings' younger brother? Yes. Did you know my brother as well? I didn't just know him, I suppose you're here to discuss some important things. Come on in, we can talk about the details inside. Yeah, I should introduce myself. I'm Ian Greenwood, the lawyer and owner of this law firm. I see. So you guys are the new members of the Triple S Sergei spoke of. I saw an article about you in a recent issue of Crossbell Times. You've demonstrated quite the diligence and enthusiasm right from the get-go. Somehow it seems that many different things were written. How time flies. Guy's little brother is now a police officer, too. This is probably Idios' will. Mr. Grimwood, do you mind telling me your relationship with Guy? It's just like the kind of relationship you and I share. Guy used to drop by from time to time to exchange information with me. But because he was such a talented detective, I think I got more help from him than the assistance I provided him with. Please wait a moment. Lloyd, you have an older brother who's also a detective? Come on, man, why did you tell us about him? It didn't cross my mind. Plus, he passed away already. He was killed on duty. That was exactly 3 years ago. Oh, I see, so that's why you left Crossbell for a while. My deepest condolences. I've conducted my own investigations on that incident. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find any leads. I see. Anyway, let's forget about my brother's case for now. Mr. Grimwood, the situation is just as we explained. If you have any information related to Ravash, please tell us. Ravash, is it? There's nothing but bad rumors on those guys. Striking illegal deals with the Empire and Republic, selling stolen goods, laundering money, smuggling firearms, and even acting as hiring agents for the Jaegers. But no matter what kind of illegal activity is conducted, they've been able to take full advantage of the special status Crossbell has. The special status of Crossbell? In other words, while the trades and commerce grew exponentially over the past few years, the political foundation has weakened considerably, right? Absolutely. The current political foundation of Crossbell is in an extremely fragile state. Most politicians pick sides between the Empire and the Republic and are nothing but a bunch of greedy and power-hungry leeches. So even if there is a bill aimed at cracking down on Mafia activities, it'll simply be turned down by the congressmen who share ties with the Mafia. Damn, is this for real? Unfortunately, yes. The number of congressmen who have ties with Ravash is fairly high, too. This is probably the main reason why the police can't touch them. I guess this is the so-called adult world. So does it mean that Ravash can commit whatever crime they want without punishment? No, the situation hasn't gone that far yet. If they don't restrain themselves, they'll end up angering a majority of Crossbell citizens in the surrounding nations. Hence, Ravash members are treading the thin line very carefully in order to avoid direct disturbance to the citizens' daily lives. This also means that as long as they don't cross the line, the police can't lay a finger on them. This is precisely why they look down on everyone all the time. Unbelievable. So that's how it is. Lurking behind the lively and glamorous city are all the shadows of evil that are up to no good. I really want to see just how many of those classified documents contain information on the dirty deals. Anyway, that's what I know about Ravash in a nutshell. However, I do want to mention that the situation with the Mafia has changed a little recently. What do you mean? This is intel the police just received too. A new faction that rivals Ravash has appeared not too long ago. They seem rather powerful as well. A force that rivals Ravash? Could it be the Bracers? No, it's an opposing force, but it carries a negative connotation. There's a powerful organization located on the Calvary Republic Eastern District, and it's already found its way into Crossbell. What? Are you certain about this? Previous rumors on this organization turned out to be true, it seems. The organization is known as Heiyue, Black Moon. Just recently, a new commercial unit registered under the name of Heiwei Trading Company opened for business in the waterfront area. Heiwei. A very oriental name. But this could potentially be a fight between two mafia groups. It's no longer a catfight involving street delinquents. You could call it the calm before the storm. So far, neither group has made their struggle public. However, it's highly likely that their fights will break out in various ways behind closed doors. The 1st Crime Division seems to be keeping a close eye on the situation. The 1st Crime Division? So the man with glasses who left not too long ago must be... Yes, he's Detective Dudley from the 1st Crime Division. Coincidentally, he asked me questions on the same topic. I see. Mr. Lloyd? What's with the solemn look on your face? Let me guess, you noticed something. Yeah, although I still need time to sort things through. Thank you very much, Mr. Grimwood. I wouldn't be able to find any leads to solve this case if it weren't for the information you provided us. Is that so? I'm glad I was able to help out. Sergei has always been a tremendous help to me, so from an emotional and personal standpoint, I fully support your work. So if you ever run into any problems in the future, you can always drop by my office and have a chat with me. So what do we do now? Shall we return to the sports section to put our heads together? Yes. Before that, let's finish up any other business we have. If I'm thinking is the truth behind the incident, it should be quite a bothersome thing. Humble speech, but you seem to have confidence, huh? If that's the case, let's finish up our business at once and return to the support section. Let's hurry and finish up. So this is your warning that you're about to end the chapter. Ornament stuff. How do I see my Sepith? Here we are. Got nothing. Just contemplating, do I want to unlock more slots, get something specific? And yeah. The feline's been fed, so we are in business. Having the hiccups now all of a sudden, which freaking sucks. Crud, I wanted to examine those lockers. There is something written. Message on the message board. Going out due to minor business about the matter. Do what you like. Chief is absent. Don't tell me the old man caused trouble and now he's escaped. Can't deny such a possibility. Now. If he allowed us to do whatever we want, we should help in our own way. So what do we do? Should we begin the meeting about the incident at once? You're right. When a meeting starts, press the circle button where the exclamation point has appeared on the table. Let's begin. Let's start the meeting at once. Let's try briefly sorting the information regarding the incident. It began 5 days ago in the dead of night. Members of Saberlife and the Testaments were attacked by someone. The locations are 2 different points of downtown. Here and here. Back Street on the west is where the Testaments member was attacked, but the place where the Steel Viper guy was attacked is in front of the Live House on the east. Calling it the Live House is messing with me, man. Looking at them from above like this, they're both at the opposite sides of downtown. We didn't even get it immediately that the incident should have happened on the same night. So in the end, firmly believing that the surprise attack was each other's act, we come to the present, right? As I thought, I can only think about the presence of a third party. Unless either of all their members I had arranged to tell the same story, it'd be impossible they did the same crime. I think at this point it's safe to assume that the 2 crimes were the work of a third party. You're right. We won't be able to continue if we don't come up with the possibilities little by little. And so it means you have a name in mind for that third party. Yeah. Ravash & Co., the mafia group that controls Crossbell's underground society. According to Miss Grace's intel, its members were spotted in downtown half a month ago. Although we don't have the time to confirm whether this piece of information is true or not. First, let's assume that Ravash was the one who caused the 2 assault incidents in order to continue the investigation. I actually missed that last round. I think it was investigation. If that's the case, as expected, the problem is the motive, right? Yeah, that's the main problem. Conversely, that is to say, as long as that isn't known, it's hard to connect everything together. The motive. There doesn't seem to be a clash of interests. The Mafia and the two delinquent groups. There should be a line that connects all 3 points together. Lloyd, you figured out the situation, right? It's not like I can say anything with confidence yet, but the line that connects all 3 points most likely. It's gotta be Heiwei. The realistic one is Heiwei. The Intel Beardy Bear told us, hey? It's true that as a possibility. I feel it's the most plausible. If that's the case, I wonder what the line could be. What ties those points with the line could be? What ties those points with the line could be some kind of a necessity? That is definitely very awkwardly worded. Could it be that because of connection with Heiwei, the Mafia had the necessity to assault the two delinquent groups? I see, then it accounts for it. Something flashed in you? It's the necessity. What is what is it that the Ravache side has to do to the Heiwei advancing? Yeah. What is it that the Ravache side has to do due to the Heiwei advancing in Crossbell? Simply put, they're probably increasing their military power, strengthening their troops and armament, both things they want more of. If it's the Mafia, then they'll be able to strengthen their arms through underground trade. But what about combat members? Well, normally you'd hire Jaegers, but yeah, that option's out of the question. Crossbell is, in various ways, under the careful scrutiny of its neighboring countries. In face of the non-aggression pact, the Empire and Republic won't stay quiet if Jaegers are employed. It's the same for those politicians and congressmen who follow their will. Ah. Mr. Lloyd, you're saying... You mean you're using those delinquents as troop candidates? Yeah. Hot-blooded youngsters and moreover under control. They could surely be the most suited as military power to be employed in the city. However, what if the existence of both groups was an eyesore? I see. That Lazy seems he would never cooperate with the Mafia. And Mr. Wald too. He's the type of who wants to be the king of the castle. Seems very unlikely he would work under the Mafia. Then after they crush each other, they deal with the weakened area at the right time and take it all at once. That's the plot. It's simply a possibility. A situation obtained by putting together every single information we have up until now. You, being modest and all. I think it is quite the pertinent too. Even if it's a reasoning, it's not impossible, and it even has a situational persuasive power. You don't have a detective qualification just for show. Thank you. Well now, about this reasoning, don't you think we should tell it to those two too? Those two, you mean... Hey now, don't tell me. Right. To Walled Whales and Lazy Hemisphere. The Saber Viper and Testament bosses. So do I have to walk there? I'm hoping they're in their bars if they are. The material storehouse on Station Road's outskirts, was it? Thinking that they call me saying come alone in the middle of the night. Damn police brats, who the heck do they think they're... What was that just now? Maybe the last train for the Republic region. Lazy.
Yeah.
Good evening, Wald. What a pleasant night. The moon is shining brightly. Bastard. I see, so that's what it was. That means that those police brats deceived me and set me up. If that's the case, then things will be faster. A one-on-one is just what I want. We'll settle things here once and for all. I'd have no objections, but... Unfortunately, like you, I'm just a guest who got invited here. What? Look, it seems they've arrived. You bastards. Sorry, you two. Looks like we made you wait. I'm extremely honored to be invited here. I'm sure that, like you promised, You'll let me hear an amusing story, right? Setting aside if it'll be amusing, I think it'll be quite interesting. Do you want to hear it immediately? Wait just a moment. An amusing story? What the heck are you saying? You're an idiot, aren't you? What? The incident with the 2 injured that happened at downtown 5 nights ago. Isn't it obvious that there's a story about that? They got an idea of who the culprit is? What? That's a surprise. You too seem to have suspected something. I too at first thought that a member went berserk of his own accord, but when I sorted out the situation carefully, no matter what I thought, it was unnatural. Even on the Viper's side. It should be the same. Well, my guess stops there, though. I see, then it looks like things will be quick. Walled whales. There could be many doubtful points, but could you listen to the end just for a moment? Make it brief. But if it's something stupid, I'll crack open your head. And this is the reasoning we put together with the information at present. I want to hear your frank impressions. Good grief, color me surprised. To think that the Mafia could do a number on us. Then, perhaps do you agree with our story? Completely. After all, Ravash's messengers came to visit us previously. They asked if I wanted to work under them since they would have taken care of us very well. Naturally, I sneered at them and sent them away. I see. That settles it. Wald, what about you? As I suspect, did you receive a solicitation from the Mafia? Yeah, a month ago, circa... Since they were really looking down on me, I kicked them out after threatening them, but to think that they would have played games with me. Lazy, my showdown with you is postponed. I don't care if it's the Mafia, I'm gonna crush them all. Wait. He flares up too easily. Calm down, if you do such a thing in a bad way. Really, you're an idiot. What? We don't stand a chance in a fight with the Mafia, right? If we waltz in carelessly, we'll end up riddled with shots. So riddled with bullet holes would be a little more accurate. Shut it! We won't know if we don't try. Even if you could be fine, do you want to involve even your dear underlings? What would you do? After they did a number on us, would you meekly swallow the shame of having our men injured like that? Of course not. Even though it's the Mafia, those involved in this case should be a small fraction of it. Then we should only have them compensate for what they did, after going strictly through the proper channels since retaliation is not possible. Wald, I'll have you cooperate too. You? Wait a moment. What do you want to do? Causing trouble would... Yeah, no need to worry. I'll have you help too, after all. Your duty is to solve the downtown case. I'm trying to figure out what this is supposed to say. So maybe like you're obligated to solve the downtown case? Or your duty compels you, or something like that? Then you need to give us detailed instructions, like to not do any unnecessary meddling with the Mafia. Am I wrong? Well, what does he mean? I don't really get it, but somehow it seems that Lloyd is being preyed upon. You especially presented me such an amusing reasoning. Take responsibility. Stay with me until the very end, will you? Three days passed. There hasn't been another face-off between the delinquent group since the last one. Downtown is embraced by a tranquil atmosphere, so peaceful it almost feels awkward. Then... It's way too quiet around here. I mean, we did all that and they still haven't started killing each other? It's missing the last straw. Once we ignite, those idiots will be at each other's throats in no time. Just beat the shit out of an underling from either group and we're set. Take action as soon as you find them. Better hide yourselves well, got it? Use a slingshot to take a saber viper out. For testaments, just hit him from behind. Yeah. Let the hunt begin. One blue bunny down. That was almost too easy. No time to waste. Give him a good shaking now. Just make sure you don't kill him. Don't hold any grudge against us. As if I'd let you. What the? What the fuck? Man, can't believe we lured you out so easily. Who is this guy? We are going to arrest you on the spot for what you did here. However, evidence gathered via bait and switch has no legal significance. I've got no choice but to let you go. Don't tell me this guy's with the police. He's just a helper. They actually fell for this. That was an impressive prediction. Lloyd, are you alright? I'm okay. Good thing I took precautions by putting a shock-absorbing pad under the hood. That wouldn't really do much. To think that we got exposed like this. Well then, what's going to be your next move, gentlemen? If you surrender peacefully, I can forgive all your misdeeds. No one other than Dino seems to have used that drug. It's just, I still don't know... Split up! Hey, stop right there. Two of you, come with me. What? Hey. Lloyd, what should we do? I'm taking Ellie. Ellie, please. Randy, Tio, I'll leave the other group to you. Understood. Got it. Shit, I can't believe those police wusses are involved. We need to go back and get some support. Hold on. Our plan failed, man. If the young boss finds out about this... Shit. Whatever, anyway, we should at least... Where do you think you're going? What? When did they get here? Checkmate. Yeah, it's up to Lloyd and Ellie now. Damn idiots. No choice now. We'll have to take the back alley. Nice try. How did you get here? Shit, jump down. It's over, folks. They made us run around a lot, eh? The hide-and-seek game is done. It's about time you guys surrender. You twerps, getting all cocky and shit. Forcing us professionals to get serious. We'll make you regret it all. Looks like it's going to be an inevitable battle. I can look forward to your support in this fight, right? That's what I like to say. Don't get in our way. They're coming. So don't forget to scan these guys. We have one wielding a blade and one wielding a gun. So, items, battle scope. Okay, I can't reach. Let's go a little closer. I want Ellie to do the scoping, in case you're wondering. Oh, I actually do control this guy. Phantom Rush and Broad Axe. The speed plus minus 50 is pretty nice. Deadly Heaven. Consecutive kicks unleash a hyperspeed, routing the enemy. In terms of arts... He has Innocent Arc. He does have Soul War, and if you look at the costs, he's using the EP cost reduction thing. No. Okay, I'm gonna have to scan the other one, I think, because that one got knocked out of bounds. Mafia Rifle. That could have been really bad if that pierced like that. Okay, so we need to change this up a bit. We need to heal Lloyd. Blah. Knocking him closer to Ellie. And this is hatchet? That looks like some sort of knife, not a freaking hatchet. Maybe even like a saw? Hoping he doesn't kill Ellie here. Wow. Can't reach him. Arts. Want to make sure I steal the EP turn, even though it's not really a lot of EP at the moment. It's what, 5? Maybe might be 6 actually. No elemental weaknesses or resistances, so it's up to you which one you use. Awkward. They don't drop anything really special. We'll do this one to give you guys a little variety. I want to see Soul Blur. You'll probably see me spam this move to no end if it's like Sky. Like, is that just a low accuracy move? Because I'm starting to get a little confused. So, will he die before the team rushes up? He's down now. This is a pretty good haul. And we got a battle scope for our trouble. Damn brats. That was a tough fight. That gun they used, too, seems to be the latest military pistol. Looks like an Empire-made one. So it's one of those weapons the Mafia got through arms trafficking, I assume. By the way, that was some pretty good acting there. The way you fell, that was real enough to fool anyone. I didn't have much of a choice when you told me your plan. Definitely couldn't let anyone else take on the role of bait. And so you volunteered to take the dangerous role of bait. I'm the one who felt uneasy. I'm sorry. You'll live a busy life if you keep on doing that. Although I don't personally dislike those of your kind. Anyway, we've successfully taken our revenge on them. Thanks a lot for your assistance. Damn brats getting all cocky and shit. Now you've done it, brats. You made us Ravash really angry now. You police squirts won't have it easy. We got congressmen behind our backs. Don't think it'll end without consequences. These Mafia underlings. Looks like y'all haven't learned your lesson yet. Why don't I hand you upside down in a punching bag? Why don't I hang you upside down? They have the wrong letter there. Hang you upside down in a punching bag and beat the living fuck out of y'all. Hold on a minute. You should never resort to that kind of... It's alright. Just leave them to us. Wald, let's not to get too carried away with this. These misters call themselves professionals. Beating them to a bloody pulp will leave them jobless in the future, you know. Let's see. Why don't we all keep this friendly little conversation to ourselves? As pros, you folks somehow got your butts handed to you by a couple of kids after going into your serious combat mode. You can't possibly report such pathetic performance to your boss, can you? Fuck you. If we were serious, no matter how many of you came, we'd... I think it's in your best interest to bow out right now. Miss Grace? Why are you here? I've been keeping my eyes on you guys for the past few days, and I was expecting you guys provided me invaluable information to work on. I can't wait to summarize all the interesting bits in my next article. Why, you're just a bitch for some puny news agency. You want to take us for Vashon? Things are kind of complicated on our end, so I don't think I'll make your names public. However, if you're caught doing something like this again, I can't guarantee what will happen afterwards. Fine, we'll take our leave for now. However, if you don't keep your word... Yeah, I know. Although you should really be the ones who need to abide by your promises religiously. Cross the line one more time and the bracers might take action against you. What? To tell you the truth, Mr. Arios is going to take over the case. But he was occupied with too many requests, and you guys were on the case, so this time he left it in your hands. So basically, he's overseeing everything. Seems to be the case. Are you fucking kidding me? As if we'd ever done such a petty thing to make Arios McLean our enemy. There's no point for us to stay in this dump any longer. Retreat. Boy, oh boy. Arios the Divine Blade. I've heard things about him, but I never thought his name alone would be enough to act as a deterrent. Just hearing his name pisses me off. Screw it, show's over now. Get your ass moving, we're out leaving. And keep in mind when they're saying os, that kind of means like go. It's more like a cheer thing, it's not a typo, it's just not translated exactly because it's rather difficult to do. Well done too, you guys. Guess you can call this a mission complete. I suppose. Our original assignment was to stop your fight. Anyway, there's no reason for you guys to fight again, right? What are you talking about? What? Our relation with the Saber Viper remains the same whether or not the Mafia is involved. We're eyesores to one another. That won't ever change. There won't be another large-scale fight in the future, but regular street fights will continue for sure. Wait a sec. If you don't want the situation to get out of control, you're more than welcome to jump in and stop us when the time comes. Or you can even participate in our fight if you're interested. I'll welcome you with open arms. He doesn't sound like he's joking at all. Sweet dreams, everyone. Let's head back now. Our holy war is over. We withdraw. What incorrigible people. Leave them be. They're a bunch of hot-blooded young men. Nothing you can do when they decide to pick fights with each other. Looks to be the case. However, we successfully completed our mission, and that's what matters. Right, Lloyd? Yeah. Although I can't help but feel cheated somehow. The discomfort stems from the fact that you relied on others' help to complete your assignment. Am I right? You're so petty. You should rely on the aid of others whenever necessary in order to move closer to the truth. Only when you do that, you can truly call yourself a detective. Just like your brother. What? Well then, Big Sis will head home now. Gotta start taking care of my skin as I'm fast approaching that age zone. Anyway, good night. Your older brother, he's pretty famous, eh? Appears he was an outstanding individual. As far as persistence and efficiency at work are concerned, he would rank among the tops. Mission accomplished. Let's return to HQ and report to Chief Sergei. I understand. This is what happens when you're all rookies. If a similar incident happens later, you should be able to handle it a bit better. Yes, he's pretty strict. But you must have seen it too during this case. For the problem side of Crossbell. Well, it's true that seems like a troublesome place. Various underground associations and obstructions. Felt like a breeding ground for such adult circumstances. Yes. It's not like the people at police headquarters are incompetent, though there do seem to be idiots who take bribes. Most police detectives are fairly skilled with their own sense of justice, but there are physical and intangible walls, like politicians and officials whose interests are more tied with the Mafia. How are you feeling, Lloyd? Do you feel like quitting the police force and becoming a bracer? No. It's circumstances like those that make us the special support section, right? Oh? Protect the people. That's the bracer's doctrine, and it certainly is wonderful, but some problems can't be solved by that alone. Smuggling and illegal arms dealing, the sale of stolen goods and mirror laundering, and the collusion of the Mafia and statesmen. They're all problems that the bracers can't directly intervene in. That's true. So even the power of the supporting bracer has its limits. But the police would naturally be able to do just that, even if there actually are all sorts of walls that are standing in the way. The possibility that we can destroy those walls shouldn't be zero. I see. The support section might be able to discover those possibilities. Is that what you mean? Yeah. Am I being a bit too optimistic? I believe that reality is not that kind. But it is also true that no possibility is zero. Good grief. Going one-on-one with the head of some delinquents, volunteering for some dangerous decoy mission. You look serious and quiet, but you're seriously a hot-blooded guy. I don't think I'm hot-blooded or anything. But while working with everyone in this case, I remembered. We're all inexperienced in ways, but if we're together, we can cooperate and overcome any wall. Lloyd. What to say? That's too cheesy. You don't have to laugh like that. As I thought, am I dreaming too much? Isn't that fine? The Special Support Section was established due to a variety of ties of obligations, but you're free to use this place however you want. I probably won't lend you a hand directly, but even if you go overboard, I'll create at least some confusion to not have the higher-ups watch you. Chief. In short, is it laissez-faire? Do you know what this means, or are you just irresponsible? Does he think it would only be a bother? I'm a cunning adult. Will the Special Support Section end as a mere bracer ripoff, or will it be able to discover other possibilities? I'll gaze upon you as much as possible while smoking my cigarettes. And that's the end of the prologue. So there's Michelle's challenge. We got the full 5 for that. Geofront exploration. This one, I don't know what it caps at, if it's 4 or 5. Let's see. Geofront exploration, that's the first mission, I believe. It's supposed to be out of 6. I only got 4 for some reason. I don't know why. Well, that's assuming this is right. Fight mediation was a full 11. Determination to advance. Tumbler unlocked. Tenacious Lion. So, let's drop a new save. And that's going to be it for now, folks. I will look into things because I'm not sure where I lost those points. I should also mention, I don't know if I had mentioned it earlier, you cannot get a 100% playthrough on your first run through the game. There's new things that unlock when you're doing your second run. You have to do those to get the 100%. So if you miss out on stuff, don't panic because you literally can't get everything until you're doing this in New Game Plus. But anyway, with that said, I am out of here. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.